Validate your startup idea in 5 steps. Don't waste months building something no one ever wants. In this video, I'll show you how to validate your startup in 5 practical steps. No code, no budget. We'll build on the mental health app from my last video. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out in my channel. If you're validating something right now and have questions, drop them in the comments below. Hi, I'm Simon, entrepreneur and founder. I've been there, done that. In step 1, we define the problem. Validation starts with clarity, and that means getting razor sharp about the problem you're solving. We are getting more specific and practical now. You're not pitching a product yet. You're identifying a pain, something real people experience often enough that they want a solution. If you can't clearly state the problem in 1 or 2 sentences, you're not ready to validate yet. Go one step back. For our example, with the mental health app for remote developers, here's how we could define the problem. Remote developers often struggle with isolation, burnout, and the lack of emotional support. This impacts their well being and productivity, but they rarely seek help because of stigma or time pressure. That's a problem statement. It's focused, human, and rooted down in real pain. Note it down, write it somewhere, put it on your wall so that you always see your clear problem statement. In step 2, we are identifying our ideal customer. For our example, instead of targeting all remote workers, we are starting with mid-level backend developers working remotely full-time, ages 25 to 35 years old, spend most of their time coding alone and work in small teams. That's already specific. It helps us picture a real person. Now we can ask what subreddits they visit, what newsletters do they read, what communities are they in. Draw your ideal customer, mind map around the picture where you find them, and play with it. I actually went through this exact process myself. Over a decade ago, when I was launching my first startup, we were building for doctors, but that was too vague. So I narrowed it down to a very specific profile. Experienced doctors between 50 and 60 years old, often professors at universities, well respected and frustrated with wasting time and money in inefficient software. That clarity completely changed how we communicated and who we built for, and it made validation possible. So don't skip this step. If you can define a real, focused customer, your next step will be 10 times easier. In step 3, we are creating a simple landing page. Once you've defined the problem and your ideal customer, it's time to test the waters. And no, you don't need a product yet. You need a signal. That's where a simple landing page comes in. Think of it as your idea's handshake, a way to present the problem, your proposed solution, and see if people care enough to click, sign up, or respond. Your goal isn't to look perfect. Your goal is to learn. If no one bites, that's data. If they do, that's validation. In our example, we could set up a super basic landing page, maybe using something like Card or Notion, and write, feeling isolated while working remote? You're not alone. We're building a lightweight app to help remote devs manage mental well-being without judgment or overwhelm. Get early access. Then we add a single button. Join the waitlist. Done. In step 4, share it and talk to real users. Now, You've got your problem, customer, and landing page. It's time to put it in front of real people. This is where most founders hesitate, but it's the most important part of validation. Don't sit back, wait for traffic. Go to where your target users already are. Online community, forums, DMs, email lists. You don't need thousands of clicks. Just a few honest reactions from your ideal audience will teach you a ton. For our mental health app for remote developers, here's where we could look. Reddit, like experienced devs, overemployed, remote work, X, former Twitter, tech devs talking about burnout, Slack communities, or developer community groups. Keep the post value driven, not salesy. Something like, hey devs, I'm testing an early idea for lightweight mental health support built specifically for remote developers. If burnout, isolation, or lack of structure is something you've dealt with, I'd love your feedback. Here's the landing page. Thoughts are welcome. That kind of message gets responses, and those responses are gold. Now in step 5, we have some actual work to do. Measure interest and decide what's next. You've shared your idea, now what? This step is all about reading the signal. Are people just polite? Or are they actually interested? Are they clicking, signing up? Are they asking questions? The key is to define your own validation criteria upfront. For example, we want 30 plus people to visit the page. Out of this one, we want 10 or more signups, two or more to ask follow up questions or share it with someone else. If you're getting zero traction, don't panic. It's not failure, it's feedback. Let's say we post our landing page in 3 developer forums. We get 90 views, 18 people join the waitlist, and 4 people reply with thoughtful feedback. That's a strong early signal. It doesn't mean build the full product, but it absolutely means it's worth continuing the conversation and refining the idea. On the other hand, if 200 people visit and no one clicks, that's not failure. It's clarity. Time to revisit the message, the problem, or even the target audience. Based on what you learn, you have 3 good options. Double down, great signal, build a deeper MVP, and start engaging with your audience. Tweak, mixed signals, adjust the landing page, the messaging, or the target group, or kill it. No traction at all, walk away smarter. You just saved months of wasted effort. If you follow these 5 steps, you will learn something valuable. And if you're solving a real problem for a real group of people, you'll start seeing signals. And when that happens, we are not stopping here. In the next video, we'll break down exactly what to do once you've got traction. The video is called The Ultimate MVP Planning Guide, What to Build and What to Skip. So if you're ready to turn your idea into a real, focused product, make sure to subscribe and join the ride.